Hey everybody, can you hear me? Let me see. Okay, so I can't hear you, so this is a little awkward. And it's only my third time to go live, my second time to do it by myself. Okay, good. Thanks, Baby Spooty. So I'm going to try to get through this without having a panic attack. And you guys are all such great people and so positive, so I appreciate you being here today. So here's what my plan is for today. I want to show you, first of all, a treasure trove of Aurora Borealis rhinestones that I got from the Baby Spooty, and then a couple of other things that I received. And then we're going to go into doing a shirt. And then if I can figure out how to do a giveaway, we're going to do a giveaway as well. So I see some comments here. I can't, okay, let me remember how to do this. Sorry about my finger right there. I think what I'll do is just read them on my computer. And I know I'm not going to keep up with them, so forgive me for that, but let's get going. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change my camera around. I don't have a second camera, so it's going to take me just a minute. And then we're going to look at these beautiful rhinestones. Okay, if you get dizzy, close your eyes for a minute because I'm going to turn this around quite a bit. So you guys just chat amongst yourself for just a minute. Okay, I'm feeling better because we're focusing on the rhinestones now. So let me show you this kit that I received. And this is the Aurora Borealis Treasure Trove collection. Now there's 6 colors that come in here. I'll probably turn this around so that you can read them. And I'm going to pour some of each one out on paper plates so you can really see them. So this first one right here is aquamarine. And if anyone isn't familiar with the AB stones, again, that stands for Aurora Borealis. And they are beautiful. I had never used AB stones before. So I'm super excited to do this. Okay, so again, this one is the aquamarine. And then here in a few minutes, you guys are going to vote on which color you want me to use on a shirt that I'm making. And then at the end of the video, assuming things go well, I'm going to give that shirt away. Okay, so the second color is champagne. And these are all hotfix stones. So you heat these on to what you're putting them on. It's not the ones that you have to glue on individually. Okay, so these, again, I think I said these were champagne. Yeah, these are the champagne ones. And let me go back to the aquamarine, lift that up so you can see it a little bit better. They are so pretty. Now you see a bunch of gray, that's just the back side. So of course they're going to look better when they're pressed onto the shirt. And then here's the champagne AB. I don't know how you're going to pick between all of these because they are all gorgeous. Okay, so for the third one, and I'll show you these again. This is Sapphire AB. And then Baby's Booty, I think I saw you. So if there's any questions in the comment section, please feel free to chime in because I may not be keeping up with it. Okay, so these are Sapphire AB. And they sparkle just like the others. Then the next ones, these are the light Siam or Siam. I'm not sure how you say that, but it's Siam or Siam. That's usually red. And these are the light Siam AB. Again, everything in this Aurora Borealis collection has the AB coating. And so what that does is it gives you kind of an iridescent coating to the top. And what I found from the one shirt I made with these is it really gives you a lot of sparkle. Now the regular ones have a lot of sparkle. These just tend to sparkle in a lot of different colors. I don't think my camera's doing these justice. Okay, so the next one that we have, this is called Blue Flame. And this is kind of a combination between a turquoise and a purple and a green, just a lot of different colors in this. And then the last one that I have in here, this is Peridot. And let me find something. I thought I brought enough plates up here. There's probably two of these stuck together. Let me grab something really quickly. I want you to see these as well. Now, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Peridot or Peridot. Do any of you know, is the T on the end of these silent? This is actually what my class ring was in high school. It's one of my favorite colors. It's a really beautiful muted green, but then with the AB coating, you get the blues and the purples and all that. So here they are. Uh-oh, one dropped off. Don't want to get it mixed in with the others. Okay, so those are the 6 colors that come in the Treasure Trove, the AB or Aurora Borealis Treasure Trove collection. And they all came in this tin, and it has a lid that you can see through. When I received them, I was really impressed with the packaging, the bubble wrap. Nothing was broken. And then I keep the bubble wrap, or I'm keeping the bubble wrap so that I can reuse it. Okay, so we're going to put one of these on a black shirt. And so I'd like to put a poll in the chat if I can figure out how to do it. And so Baby's Booty or Uni or Patrice, if you're in the chat, or anyone, if you're in the chat, guide me. Oh wait, I see, create a poll. I don't want to ask a question. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. I'm just going to watch the chat because I don't want to keep you on here too long when I don't know what I'm doing. And so let me put these together. The aquamarine, is number 1. So you're going to vote 1 through 6. And then somebody's going to have to help me keep track. So number 1, aquamarine, beautiful light blue, and just like the other Aurora Borealis stones, they have the purple and more blue in them. Okay, so number 2, this is the sapphire. Number 3 is the champagne. Number 4, we are going to go with the light cyan or CM, however you say that. Number 5, we are going to go with the blue flame. And this one is really pretty cool because you just have so many different colors in that. So that's the blue flame. Hopefully I keep my order correctly. Number 5, the aquamarine. And then number 6, the peridot or peridot, however you say that. And there they are. Okay, so right now it looks like number 1 has a few, number 2 has more. There's a 4 and a 5. There's a 6, another 5. Let me give you just a minute because the screen that I see is a little bit behind. And then, oh, look at that. Nicole wants one of everything. They are gorgeous. I love them all. So while I'm giving you a minute there, and Patrice and Baby's Booty, you two kind of keep track of the numbers while I grab the other stones I got. Okay, so the Treasure Trove collection, it has 100 gross of rhinestones in each of the containers that are this size. So 100 gross is 14,400 stones. The shirt I'm going to make today has about 1,000 stones on it. I think it had 999 if I'm remembering correctly. So out of one little box, I could make about 14 of these shirts. And I believe that the purpose of the Baby's Booty and Mr. McQuacken in offering these as collections with a smaller amount of rhinestones per box is they want you to be able to try out a lot of different colors without having to buy 250 gross or 500 gross, because of course that would be a whole lot of money. And so if you want that many and you can swing that, that is awesome. But they did want to provide a collection that was affordable, that gave you a really good sampling of the products. And so mine was the Aurora Borealis collection. Patrice, she showed hers on Craftable Things, and it was the Neon collection. The Best Uni, she did a short video with hers. I'm not sure the name of hers. Baby's Booty, if you want to put in the chat what Josephine showed on hers. So in addition to the AB or the Aurora Borealis Treasure Trove collection, I also got some SS10s, and your Treasure Trove collections come in all SS10s as I understand it at this point. And so this is the same size as what you get in the Treasure Trove. And then here's some little SS6s which look really great in certain designs, or sometimes I actually mix the two. If I'm doing an SS10 design and I have some gaps, I might throw some SS6s in there. So I have a lot of SS10 Crystal AB and SS6 Crystal AB. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back up through the chat. You guys keep talking to each other. Okay, so the Baby's Booty said that the best uni had the Treat Treasure Trove. And the Baby's Booty will be on at 8 o'clock Central tonight. And I'll bet she's going to talk about all these different collections because they're going to be in the April 24th buy-in. So she's doing a buy-in from, I believe, April 24th to May 1st. But watch her live tonight, and she's going to tell you all about it. Okay, so I'm going to go back up through Baby's Booty, Patrice. Which numbers did you see, or which number did you see the most? I'm going back through. I have 3, let's see, 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2s. Yeah, Tracy, you do have to get this collection. It is drop dead gorgeous. Okay, yeah, I think I saw more 2s also, Baby's Booty. That's what I'm going to make, is the number 2. And that's funny. I'm going to use the second stone that I showed you. And whoever wins this shirt, assuming I figure out how to do my giveaway today, if you have a different color preference, let me know, and I'll keep the shirt for myself. Okay? I did get a size of shirt that fits me, knowing that maybe who wins it might want a different color, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so before I move on, does anyone have any questions about the Treasure Trove collections that you want to ask the Baby's Booty? She's in the chat, and I'm sure she's going to know craftable things. I want all the collections too. I love that neon that you used the other night. I loved the yellow, orange, and hot pink together. That was really beautiful. Okay, so as I recall, Champagne was the second one I showed. Is that correct? Whoever voted for number 2, is Champagne the one I showed second? Yeah, Baby's Booty, she did a gorgeous job. Hey, Best Uni, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so was the Champagne the second one I showed since I didn't figure out how to do the poll? Okay, so Baby's Booty says she believes it was Champagne. Again, whoever wins this shirt, you can pick whatever color of rhinestones you want. That's fine. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is, first of all, let me get these back in the box. Now, what I've used is just some glitter cardstock. It's a thick glitter cardstock, and it is a non-shedding glitter cardstock. So you don't, I mean, you feel some texture, but it has some type of coating over it, or maybe when they put it on, the glue encompasses the glitter. I'm not really sure, but it's not one that's going to flake off. And you can cut this. You can use regular rhinestone flock. You can use cardstock, a thick cardstock. Tracy, I can't remember what you use. It's something you get at the Dollar Tree. So there's a lot of different options. You just really need to work with your machine. Oh, thanks. So Nicole listed them all. Oh, I thought you wanted to. Nicole, I thought you were voting on all of them. Anyway, you want to work with your machine just to make sure before you cut an entire design, do a little circle or something and do a test cut, because different people use different settings. I think Craftable Things uses 340 as her pressure and cuts once. The Baby's Booty, I've seen her use light cardstock, and her rhinestone flock came up beautifully. What I've started to do is I just throw this glitter cardstock in the Glowforge and it cuts it really fast, because what I was finding was my Cricut just isn't quite calibrated right, and it would always leave one little bitty part of most all the circles that was attached. And I tried to increase the pressure. I tried to double cut. When I double cut, they were just all coming up on the second cut. It's been really messy. And so I have found that this works really well for me. And then I use this little trim brush, and if Demps is on here, she's going to make fun of me for using this little baby brush, but I love my little baby brush. Okay, so in my design, which I made in Silhouette Business Edition, and I am making a video with this entire design in it. Oh, number 2 was Sapphire. Okay. Okay, I'm actually happy that the second one was Sapphire, because y'all, I didn't want to get on this live and Cricut be a fool with me and me not be able to cut out my word. I'm going to use a mixed media. So I have the word bling, and I'm going to use rhinestones for that. And then I'm going to use some, this is a glitter HTV, and I'm going to use the glitter HTV for the word squad, and the D, the tail of the D comes up into my G. Now let me make sure I got all those circles out. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. So before I put the stones down onto my template, I'm going to go ahead and weave this HTV. Hopefully it weaves well. Okay, so crafting away. Let me go grab a piece of this cardstock so I can tell you exactly what it is. Okay, so here is the label to it. I ordered it off of Amazon. I can look on Amazon and put in the comment section under the video, once this is not live. I can look and see what weight that is. I'll also, in the video description later, I'll put a link to this. I got either 10 or 15 pieces of this through Amazon. Now it feels like maybe a 110, but I'm not sure. I started out using a thick, kind of a brown craft cardstock, and it cut really well. But then I went to put my transfer tape on it, or my hotfix tape on it, and it stuck to the cardstock. So what I found is this glitter cardstock, you know how glitter hardly sticks to anything, the hotfix tape came up off of it very easily. So the reason I'm happy that we're using Sapphire instead of Champagne is I think that this HTV will look better with Sapphire than it would have with Champagne. All right, let's see if I can find my scissors in here. All right, here's a little baby pair of scissors, but I don't want to use my rotary tool right now because Baby's Booty's been warning us all. And somebody else after that had told me they cut themselves and had to go get stitches. And so I'm kind of scared of my rotary tool these days. I need to add a handle. I did end up buying a big clear plastic kind of a straight edge thing. And the Baby's Booty ended up putting like a shower handle or just one of those safety handles on hers. That way she's holding it with the handle more up, a few inches up and cutting, so she's not going to jump over onto her finger. And I can see how that could easily happen. Okay, so this font is called Homework. And again, I'm going to have a full video. I recorded most of it this morning. I'll have a full video on how I did this design. And it shows each and every little tedious step. And so if you're truly interested in learning how to make rhinestone templates, you might want to watch it all. If you don't want to make rhinestone templates, you're probably going to be bored in the video. But if you want to learn how, hopefully I did a decent job of showing and explaining the whole process. All right, let me look at the comments for a minute. Oh, okay, so Jill, and maybe the Baby's Booty has answered this already, but Jill, the Baby's Booty, she is a big YouTuber that has a live almost every Sunday night. It's 8 p.m. Central Time, which I think Baby's Booty is at, that's not, you have it at 9 p.m. her time, and it's on Sunday nights. And so I actually started watching the Baby's Booty, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, a long time ago. And I loved watching her because she was very thorough and very detailed. She didn't rush through things like I feel like I'm doing. And you really learned a lot from her. And so at that point, I bought a program called Shortcuts a Lot to make rhinestone templates. And I kind of played around with it. And then I saw, I didn't ever buy any rhinestones. And I saw more recently people using the Silhouette Business Edition. So those are both a couple of options. But I'm digressing. So the Baby's Booty, she does rhinestone buy-ins. And Baby's Booty, please drop your link in the chat because you are a moderator. She has a YouTube channel and she has her shop. And so approximately once a month, except I think she said this December she's not going to do it around Christmas, but approximately once a month, she does a rhinestone buy-in. And she was selling individual containers, 250 gross or 500 gross. And then she and her husband, or Sir McQuacken, I'm not sure, Mr. McQuacken, one of them or both of them together came up with the idea of having a treasure trove. And the treasure trove, in case you didn't see it, it comes in this metal tin, and the metal tin comes with a lid, so you could store them in here and you could actually see your rhinestones through that. So the treasure trove has a number of different colors of rhinestones in it, and those will be predetermined by her. And I really don't know the answer to this, but I'm thinking maybe she'll have certain collections, one buy-in, maybe she'll add different ones the next buy-in, but she's going to put in the comments whether that's true or not. But this time she's offering at least the Aurora Borealis. She is offering the neon colors. If you watch Craftable Things, she used those Friday night. And then there's one called the Treat Treasure Trove. And the Best Uni has those, and she showed a short video of that, and they were gorgeous. She really did a good job of shaking her rhinestones around, slowing down the speed, and they looked beautiful. So the Baby's Booty will be on at 8 o'clock tonight Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. If you're in California, I think it's at 6 p.m. But she's going to put her link, I think she did. She's going to put her link in here so that you can subscribe to her if you're not already. If you subscribe, tap that bell, make sure you get all notifications so you don't miss any of those. Because if you miss them, you're going to miss a lot. Okay, and Baby's Booty said that's correct, that the set color combinations each month will change. And so it's a predetermined set of colors, and you order them or you wait till the next month to get a different set. But these are gorgeous, and I think I'm going to order the neon set for myself. Okay, so in the end, the design fits together like this. And I'm putting it on this black shirt. Let me grab it. So this is just a V, I love V-neck t-shirts. And this is a V-neck Gildan. And it's, I don't remember if it's called soft spun or soft something. So it's not super thick. I don't like the super thick ones that are real binding. It's not so thin that it's see-through. Okay, why do my hands look like I'm glowing? Wow. It's not so thin that it's see-through, but it's really a nice thickness and it has a nice stretch. I think they're really comfortable, and I get them at the Dollar General, which is about the only place in the little town where I live that you can buy much of anything. Okay, so let's get on to doing these rhinestones. And everybody say a little prayer for me that this goes well. Now, this template, and you're going to see on the back, there's a little scorching on the back because, like I said, I did it in my laser. It is glued down to one of those cutting boards that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So you get 2 cutting boards. Used to be $1, now it's $1, I think 25. To you and baby's usually. Okay, yeah, Jill, the Treasure Trove is a collection of stones. You don't have to buy as many, so you can buy more. You don't have to buy as much quantity in each box. And so they're putting these together in a quantity of 100 gross. That's 14,400 stones. And so you get a ton of each color. My set came with 6 colors. I believe Patrice's might have come with 4, but please correct me, someone, if that's not right. Hey, do dream on. I see you there, Shanita Nicole. But they're sets that make it affordable for you to get a lot of different stones, so you don't have to buy 250 gross or 500 gross of 6 different colors. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down or tape this down. And what I was saying was my glitter cardstock is glued down to one of those cutting mats or the chopping mats that you get at the Dollar Tree store. And that is something that the Baby's Booty taught us on probably more than one of her videos, but it's something that works really well. Now she uses true rhinestone flock, and the back of rhinestone flock is sticky. And so she can just stick it down to the chopping mat, and then I think she just leaves it on that chopping mat. I don't think she takes it off and puts it on a table. I believe she leaves it on hers, but she can let us know that. Okay, so with these little boxes, and she calls them ice boxes, instead of dumping it out of the bigger box, you can control it a little bit more by putting some into the lid. Now I always overfill. I just do. So that's probably way too many, but I'm going to have to pick up a few anyway, so it really doesn't matter. And then, Dems, I don't know if you heard me say that you'd probably make fun of my little baby brush. I'm going to use my little baby trim brush. You can get these at like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. Because I don't live near any of those stores, I actually did order, I think it was a set of 2 off of Amazon, and they work really nicely. Now, the rhinestone flock, if you're using real flock, you're probably going to be able to brush rhinestones in a little bit more faster. And I know Tracy's on here from Passionately Intrigued Arts, and I think she even commented during her video that the flock was really faster. But because I have the issue with my Cricut not wanting to finish each hole, using my Cricut and then brushing them or having to break off every little circle took a whole lot more time. So we're going to move some of these over here. Just bear with me. Y'all chat with each other while I do this. And I'll try to look over here at the comments. Let's see. TV on the phone sound. Oh, okay. So hopefully it's clear. It looks like the Baby's Booty says it's clear on her computer, maybe not on a phone. Demp says she has nothing that she's going to say about my little baby brush. Oh, I forgot to bring my little wax picker tool in here. Okay, so this isn't going as well as I had planned. It doesn't seem like it takes that long when I'm actually just doing it by myself and I don't have I don't have the performance pressure on me when I'm just by myself. But we'll get there. So while you're waiting on me, okay, so Shanina Nicole says she loves that brush. Yeah, I do too. But while y'all are waiting on me, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. And then honestly, I do not get offended if other people are answering the question, and they probably have a better answer than I do anyway. So if you have any questions, put them in there. If it's questions about the rhinestone buy-in, put them in there. Okay, we're getting close. Just knocked a few out, but that's okay. That is okay. We don't sweat the small stuff. We sweat the big stuff, like doing your third live ever video and doing rhinestones on it. But, and this is one thing. So Angel B was in here. Maybe she's still in here. She was doing a project one night that I've never done. I have not tried this project yet. I would love to. And I think it was the HTV everything. So Rhinestone World has HTV everything and Bling everything. And she was doing it for the first time on the live, which I really, really appreciated because I was watching it as a beginner, having never done that project. And so anything that she encountered, she showed us how she fixed it. And she kept her cool. She is cool. She's cool as a cucumber. But I really enjoyed watching it because I was learning from my perspective of a beginner. And I still don't have that product yet, but I sure want to get it. Okay, so here's my little rhinestone picker tool. And I have some that are upside down. I have a few extras. And if you use the real rhinestone flock and you're experienced at this, you're not going to have to do as much of this as I do. Because that flock, in the words of Kenya, if Kenya's on here, is bomb.com. So hopefully someday I'll have a machine that does a better job of cutting it out than what mine does. Now, it's not the fact that it won't cut it. It cuts it beautifully. It cuts through it just beautifully. And it's just the fact that my darn machine has one little area that it won't cut out on circles. And way back when I started YouTube, I was mainly cutting leather earrings out with my Cricut. And I had the same issue then. If it was a circle or an oval, I typically had one little place I had to snip. Well, when you're, whoops, I touched them with my palm and they flew out. If you're making earrings and you're only doing one oval, well, one for each ear. If you're doing a circle or an oval with leather, it's not a big deal. You snip once. But when you have 999 circles, it becomes a little bit frustrating. Okay, crafting away. She says I make it look so easy. That's sweet. I try, but wait till we put the hotfix tape down. We'll see if it works out well or not. Uni today on her live, she said that she named a couple of us and said that I had it down and never, didn't have problems with it, that I had it down. I had the process down, putting the hotfix tape on. And all I could think of was, oh my goodness, I hope I don't mess it up in my live tonight. But if I do, that stuff happens. I think one thing, let's see. Oh, so I should try my Glowforge to cut that flock. Cool. So I don't really remember what I was saying. Oh, I do. I was hoping when she said that I wouldn't have a problem tonight. But if I do, I do. And I'll just deal with it. I'm off camera. You can't see me crying. Okay, so other than the bee, it looks like I'm pretty close to done, and these are gorgeous. So it's turquoise and dark blue and purple. If it wasn't the AB collection, it would just look like sapphire. But because it has that AB coating, and if you're just coming in, AB stands for Aurora Borealis, it gives a really beautiful iridescent glow, and it brings out so many different colors. Okay, let me take a little break and see what y'all are saying. Hey JC, I'm doing great. How are you? I'm glad you made it. I know you had asked what the process was to make the shirt that I had on in my picture that I posted, and this is it. So in my picture, I had on kind of a dark or hot pink shirt, and I used the crystal AB. So the ones that would be clear, except for they have the Aurora Borealis coating on them. And they picked up a lot of the pink for my shirt. It was really pretty cool. And then for my HTV on that one, I don't remember what color I used. I think it was silver. Now the glue on the back of this glitter cardstock isn't sticking down real well here. So I didn't do a very good job with the glue over here. And when that happens, the cardstock wants to lift off of that piece on the back. And then they can accidentally get shoved under it. So I need to do better. Okay, so when I'm watching YouTube videos, sometimes I'll be going, don't do it, or you have one here, or this or that. And my husband looks at me like I'm crazy. So I'm gonna ask you. And sometimes the camera just makes it look like one's flipped over. Oh, there's one there. Or one, or you have an extra one or something like that. But does anyone see anything weird about this other than, of course, I don't have any here because the Tellem ID is going to go up through that. So I'm just going to wait just a second because you guys are a little behind where I truly am. So let me know if you see anything weird about this while I just brush the rest of these stones off to the side. Angel Bee, she calls all the dots that come out of here flock dots. Now your extra stones, you want to brush those away so that when you put your hotfix tape down, I see one. Does anybody know what letter it's in? So you brush these away so that when you put your hotfix tape, you don't accidentally pick up some extras. And then I'll just clean up all these extras here in a little bit. Yes, Patrice Williams, it is in the L. I didn't see it when I did this, and I did not see it until I asked you guys, do you see anything extra? And then I saw it. So there's that one. Let's see. Please don't cut flock with your lasers. Okay. Sorry for Baby's Booty. I do that too. Oh, thanks, Baby's Booty. Okay, so Rougie says maybe in the B. Let's see. The top half of the B or the bottom half of the B? Hopefully my head's not in the way. Okay, so JC says the bee has extra color toward the round portion of the lower part. Okay, so down here somewhere is where he's talking about. And my guess is, let me get straight over it. I'll try not to have my head in the way. My guess is it's one of two things. It's either the camera kind of glaring off it oddly, or the rows may have different numbers of stones in them where it starts to curve in. So that's my guess. I don't see any extra ones in the bee. I'm not saying there's not, but I don't see them right now. Okay. Top left. Okay, so Ruji, in the bee, top left, somewhere up here, you feel like there is. So I'm looking really closely. Okay, I can't see any extra ones. There may be. I've often had extra ones in it and haven't noticed them. Usually what happens is once I put them on my hotfix tape, then all of a sudden I notice them and I have to pull them off with my tweezers. Okay, so let me go ahead and get my hotfix tape. I have it laying around here somewhere. I gathered everything before the video. It's around here somewhere. Give me just a second. Oh, okay. I found it. It was under the Treasure Trove box. So this is hotfix tape. This is not just regular transfer tape. It has to be something that can take the heat. And this is the piece of hotfix transfer tape that I used for that pink shirt I made. So you can reuse this some. Now eventually they're not going to pull up your stones very well, but because this costs money, I like to reuse it when I can. So I used to, on accident, when I pulled it off, I'd just wad it up and I'd be like, why did I do that? Okay, my finger is by it. I'm looking and I cannot find any extras. Okay, you might see my head. I'm going to look again. Okay, I can't find one, so I'll go ahead and pick them up, and maybe if there is one, hopefully it'll show up before I put it down on the shirt. Okay, so when this comes off, it's a little bit loud. I apologize for that. All right, so this is the part that's scary, and you need to make sure it's going to cover your whole design. So I wish this hotfix tape was a little bit wider. I did make this design a little wider than I made my design for my pink shirt. So if I put it down and a little bit's not covered, I'll just cut off another little piece and I'll add it in. So I'm not saying that I'm going to do great on this. I'm going to tell you how I do it, and most of the time it works okay. We'll hope this time it does. Let me look at the comments real quick. Open the L. Okay, so you take your hotfix tape, make sure it's going to cover everything. Hopefully it does. Once you lay it down, you just have to commit. So I have it bent up, not quite like a taco, but in a U shape, but kind of a flat U. So here we go. I'm just going to lay it down. And once I start going in a downward motion with this, I cannot pick it back up if it's touched anything. Okay, so that worked out fairly well. It's not as sticky as it used to be, so it's not perfect. And I shouldn't blame it on the stickiness. I'm sure I just didn't do it quite perfect. What you can do though, as you push down on those stones, as you push down, I can hear them kind of making little crackling noises as they're going down into the holes of the template. So I want to push straight down on them And then after I've done that, I'll look to see which ones need to move. And I don't think I'm going to have too many. I thought I was going to when I first put the hotfix tape down, but really they look pretty good. The biggest issue that I thought I saw was over here in the bead. Really, I think that looks pretty good. But if you have one that needs to shift over, you can take your nail and kind of push against it, shove it over into the hole, or you could take the pointy edge or the pointy end of this and kind of shove it over. But I'm actually pretty happy with that. Now, I just want to put something flat on top of this. I don't want to go in a sideways motion over the top of this. I just get paranoid that I'm going to shove them. I probably not. And then, if I can find my brayer, which I also had here before the live. Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to put something over it, and I'm going to brayer it down so that the top of the stones make good connection with the adhesive on the hotfix tape. And a lot of the times I'll just do it like this, but I'm being really cautious because I'm on the live, and I just don't want to start crying on this live while you're watching. I don't want my stress to get up. Okay, so I think that's good. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this hotfix tape up. I'm going to pull it up slowly, and then if I see a stone that didn't come up, which often happens, but they're coming up pretty nicely. If I see a stone that doesn't, hold on, I got stones on my hand. If I see a stone that doesn't come up, I'm going to lay that hotfix tape right back down. Let me show you what I mean. So let's say the corner one and the L didn't come up. I'd lay my tape down and I'd just give it some more pressure. Then one thing that I learned when I first, it's not like I've been doing rhinestones that long, but one of the first times I did it, I accidentally let the sticky side of this hotfix tape stick to another side of it. So I like to hold it up, and then I'm going to flip it over and just let gravity hold those on there while I work on the shirt. Okay, now, okay, I thought I saw one there, but I didn't. And I'm going to put this on the wood tabletop so I can look at it again. There's less glare on the back side of these rhinestones. And so if I lay it down on the wood table, then it's easier to see if you're missing any or if you have extras. And at this point, I think it looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and first I'll pre-press the shirt just to get any moisture out. And then I will put the HTV on. I'll heat it on because it's thinner than what the rhinestones are. So to get good pressure against this, I need to put it on the shirt first. Now to line it up where I need it, I'll lay both things down first, and then I'll pull the rhinestones back up. I'll heat the HTV to the shirt, and then I'll put the rhinestones on. So let me trim. I'm just trimming a little bit more closely to this so that there's less overlap between the HTV and the rhinestones. Thanks, Elena T. I appreciate it, and everybody out there. Appreciate you all. Okay, so just like at the beginning of this video, I'm not fancy yet with 2 cameras, so I'm going to have to take my camera to my heat press. So if you get sick, motion sickness, or seasickness while I move this camera, you might want to just go get a drink of water. Hopefully I'll get fancy here pretty soon and I'll have a second camera. I actually do have a second camera. I have not figured out how to use it. Oops, how to use it yet on StreamYard so that I'm using both of them. I thought I figured it out one time, but I couldn't figure it out today. So we're just doing it this way. So here's the instructions for the Caesar Glitter HTV. I make a label and put it on it. That way I don't have to look it up each time. And you press it 320 for 15 to 20 seconds. I'll just go ahead and do 15. So let me set my heat press. Now another nice thing about Eve's or the Baby's Booty stones is she has instructions on them. So she's going to tell you what temperature is recommended and what amount of time is recommended. And I'll show you that when I'm ready to put those rhinestones on. Okay, 320 for 15 seconds. Now this is just a cheapo heat press that I got off of Amazon. And I don't sell a lot of my crafts, so it's what works for me. It's not one of the really nice ones you can get. I'd love to have a bigger 16 by 20, but so far that's not quite in the cards for me. Okay, let me get my camera straightened up just a little bit. Hopefully it'll make a better view for you. And then I'm just going to lift it up just a tiny bit. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. All right, so it's heating up, it's preheating. And thank you everyone for being here and the kind words. Okay, so these spots, that looks like blood, it's not blood. That's just the way it came. And it does have this little thing that'll slide out. So I like to slide it out a little bit. And for a minute, I'm gonna work sideways just to get this shirt cleaned up. And then once I do the actual design, I will face the shirt toward you. So I'm just going to get some of the lint off, just so that once I get my HTV and my rhinestones on here, I don't have a little piece of lint hanging out from underneath. It's not like when you do sublimation and the lint turns a terrible blue color, but you just want your things to be nice and tidy while you're pressing them. Okay, when I'm doing my shirts, I don't like for the seam to be under the press. So I'm going to move this up quite a bit. And the reason I don't like that seam on there is because sometimes when you press on that seam, it kind of smashes it and gives it a little bit of a different texture. And I don't like that. So that's why I do that. Okay, y'all, I went and grabbed my brayer instead of just my lint brush, which was right behind me. Got a little piece of lint I can't get off. There we go. Now we'll preheat this for 2 to 3 seconds, it said. I'll probably go a little bit longer than that just so that I get more of the moisture, if there's moisture in here, out. I don't want my rhinestones to ever fall off. And I've never had any fall off, but I know that the Baby's Booty did say on her show, make sure you preheat and try to get that out. Now, if you've ever pressed a red shirt or a pink shirt, sometimes those colors will go really dark while it's really hot, and then they come back around. But the first time I pressed, I think it was a red shirt. I think it was a red Kansas City Chiefs shirt, and it changed colors. I was really scared that that wasn't going to come out. Well, 5–10 minutes later, when it cooled off, it was back to the right color. Okay, so let me grab my designs. Now, since this is a V-neck shirt, and I'm not real tall, I'm going to set the rhinestones fairly close to the bottom of the V. Okay, you might not be able to see it, but the bottom of the V is right here. And so I'm not going to be too uptight about this because it's my shirt and it's going to look beautiful regardless. And I actually think I'll like the contrast between the bling in the shirt and then the shirt and the white glitter HTV. If I hadn't pre-cut it, maybe I'd go with something that matches the colors of these stones a little bit more, but I think it'll be beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to slide my pad around, take a look at this, make sure it's in the right place, because even though I'm not pressing it first, it has to be in the right place to know where to put my HTV. So the back of this is sticky. It sticks to the shirt, so you can kind of move it around and look at it. And we're going to go with that placement. Okay, can you guys see this kind of? There's what it looks like so far. Then when I made this template, when I made this template, hold on, there we go. When I made the template, first I made the word bling, and then I laid my HTV over it on the computer screen, and then I just deleted the rhinestones that needed to come out. Oh hush, I know you're preheated. So first thing I want to do is get that lined up where I want it. And look to see if it's fairly straight. And you guys are at an angle, so it may not look super straight to you, but it looks pretty good. Sandra, I'm not very good at keeping up on the comments, but thank you for coming in and saying happy Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up. Again, I want to make sure that it doesn't attach to itself, because if it does, that's tragic. Tragic. Okay, so I'm going to set that down to the side, upside down again. And then let's just put this back so that that collar doesn't get pressed. And it said 15, what did it say? 15 to 20 seconds, I think. Yes, 15 to 20 seconds. Now my heat's a little high. It jumped up to 327. But that's just kind of what these cheap ones do. They're not as exact as the more expensive ones. And so that thermostat in there, I guess it just didn't tell it, hey, shut off, until it got above that. All right, so we're going to heat this 15 seconds. And then on my label, I also say if it's a hot peel or a cold peel, and this one says to peel hot. Awesome. Now, because on my next press, I usually like to do a second press, because on the next press with the rhinestones, I'm not really going to make good contact with that. I'm going to go ahead and do it for just about 5 or 10 more seconds, and I'm just kind of counting in my head, and we're going to call it good. All right, so let me grab the ice box of rhinestones. And so she has some gorgeous stickers on these. This is kind of a raised, oh, I don't know if that's foil or what it is. I saw her talking about it, and I didn't quite follow all of it. But she has these beautiful stickers on here. And then down here, it's in black, so it may not be something you can read. It tells the size, so they're SS10s, just like all the Treasure Troves. This is the Sapphire AB. There came that little southern accent out. This is the Sapphire AB, and they're hotfix. So these are the ones you can press on. If it's flat back, that means you have to use glue, and those are going to go usually on a hard surface. And then she says for best results, apply with heat press at 350 degrees for 12 seconds. So let me go ahead and turn my temperature up. And the amount of time down. Okay, so I'm going to have to let that heat up. So I'm just going to look at the comments for a minute. Hey, sweethearts. Oh, I'm way behind. I said hi to sweethearts a long time ago. All right, scroll down. Y'all, I am so sorry I'm not keeping up with these. I will get better if I'm able to continue doing lives. I'll get better, hopefully. Okay, so I'm going to get on my computer where I can actually see the comments a little bit better. And let's see what Patrice is laughing at. Something. Oh, yeah, I know, Tracy. That Southern drawl came out. I don't know. I can't get rid of that sometimes. Thanks, One Virtuous Woman. Marcel. I will have that video out sometime probably tomorrow. That way, if you like how the shirt comes out and you want to make your own, you'll know how you can get your design ready before your rhinestones come in if you order some. Patrice says, don't start no mess, Marilyn. Oh, thank you so much, T. Hill. I appreciate that. I am just a nervous Nelly over here. All right, let me see what my temperature is. And it is up to 350. It's actually 351. Take my computer over here so I can try to keep up better. Elena T, I really appreciate that. I do. Because I can tell it's not a perfect life, but is there a perfect life? I don't know. I don't know. All right, so I need to line these up so that they're not on top of the glitter HTV. Now, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Baby Spooty, I think that she has said that rhinestones will stick to glitter HTV, but I have a feeling, and I could be wrong about this too, that they stick better to the fabric. And the only reason I say that is my very first bling project I did, I was blinging along with Patrice on a Bling With Me live. And I was blinging on top of HTV. Of course, it was a holographic vinyl. And you know what? It was flat back, so it probably doesn't even count. So, Baby's Booty, tell us if you think, do you gain an advantage of having it directly onto the shirt? Or do you think it's okay to put them on glitter HTV? Okay, so here it is. And I think that looks straight enough, straightish. Now, even though it's not going to make hard contact with the HTV, I still tend to protect it. So I'm going to put this Teflon sheet over the HTV, and I actually want to, I'm trying to slide it just barely under right there so that, oh, it's moving. I don't really want a press line in my HTV, and I'll probably get press line from this hotfix tape in the HTV. So for that reason, I'm going to try to slide it just barely, there we go, just barely under it, but not covering, of course, any of those rhinestones. All right. I'm going to slide this out just a little bit so more of my press is straight on top of those. Now I want to look at those stones, make sure I don't have any big old issues. And everything looks good. There might be one I'd like to try to move just slightly. Here it is. There we go. I got it to move a little bit. So my lips hole tendencies got the better of me. Oh, actually, I think I moved the wrong one. Okay, does anything look too weird about this? Anybody see anything running amok? I think it looks good. You guys have any suggestions? Okay, so the Baby's Booty's saying something happened to her print shirt, so she had some rhinestones on a print shirt. And she says they will stick to glitter vinyl, but fabric is much better. Okay. All right, so here we go. We have the HTV covered. I'm going to put the heat directly on the hotfix tape. You know, Teflon, it's meant to be a little bit of a heat resistant thing. I think it's a non-stick thing. So I want my heat directly onto those stones. We're pressing them for 12 seconds. Everybody wish me luck. Okay, now I see people take this off immediately all the time and nothing bad happens to them. So, should I go ahead and peel it off or let them cool down a little bit? I think Matt on the Rhinestone World, he'll take a shirt or something and rub on them to maybe take some of that heat out. My understanding is the reason they say to wait is because the bottom of those stones, before they cool down, might still be a little bit stretchy or tacky, and you don't want to pull them off your shirt. But everybody else just rips them off and they look perfect. Take it off hot. Okay. Now, Baby's Booty, do you do a repress? I can't really remember. I know a lot of people do. Remember, keep this. But do you do a repress on yours? All right, how's that look, everybody? I think it's gorgeous. I absolutely love the blue base with the purples and the turquoise popping out of that. The AB coating does that. That's what gives you the different colors. And then this is a nice contrast. I think I said earlier that maybe if I knew which one I was going to use, I might have gone with a different HTV. But this white glitter HTV, I think it looks good. Okay, so Baby's Booty says she does not press it again. MC from KC, Mary, honey, thank you so much. Thanks, Robin, One Virtuous Woman, Tracy. Thanks, Patrice Williams. T. Hill, Elena. Blue is fire. Thanks, Patrice. That's sparkly beautiful. Ruji, thank you so much. And that's right, Ruji. Let me tell you the story behind this design. I was looking for something to make. And let me go ahead and turn this off. And Big Boy Prince, he dubbed me OG Bling Queen a long time ago when I first met him online. And that made me feel good. It gave me confidence. You guys give me confidence. And you guys that talk to me, you know who you are, that you really help me out and give me confidence. But I was looking through some designs, and I was either on Creative Fabrica or Etsy, and I was looking, and I came across, it said, I think it just said Bling Queen. It might have said OG Bling Queen. And I thought, you know, I really would much rather be part of a squad. And I'm definitely not the Bling Queen. There's other people in here that are Bling Queens way above me. So I went with this Bling Squad design. And for anybody in the live, if you want this design, and if you'll email me today at makingwithmarilyn, let's see, makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com. If you'll email me within like 30 minutes after the live, I will send you this file, and the name of the file has the dimensions in it. And that's important if you're using a Cricut. And you've probably heard Eve talk about this on hers, but that is important if you're using a Cricut because not everything comes over at the right size, and you really can't just guess because these holes have to be within a certain range for this to work with your stones. So let me show this to you. It's super pretty. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. These lives show you backwards. That is gorgeous. Let me see if I turn on my ring light, if it shows the blue anymore, because, well, you can see my hand's glowing. And it doesn't really glow in person. So these stones really are much bluer than what you can see. There. Oh my goodness. Again, they are blue. Hopefully they're showing up as blue. They're blue, purple, and turquoise. And they're beautiful. Let me turn that back off, see if it's any better. Can you guys tell that they're blue and purple and everything? They look a little washed out. They are not washed out at all. Look at my hand. My hand does not glow. My hand's darker than that. So you know these are darker than that too. That's beautiful. I can't believe I waited so long to try out the AB stones. And I love, love, love my Treasure Trove collection. Okay. So before I get off of here, and I am sweaty, sweaty hot. So I'm not even going to put my camera back on my face. Elena T. So email me at makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com and I'll just send you this file. There's no cost for anybody that's on this live. And now I have to figure out how to give away a shirt. So let me see if I can figure that out. So Patrice, Walk me through this, honey. How do I do this? I'm recording or I'm doing the live on my iPad. So I assume I need to go into something on my iPad. And then if you happen to win the shirt, you can either have this shirt or I'll make you one out of any of those AB colors I have. And we can talk about any of the glitter vinyl that I have. Now this shirt is an extra large, so if that happens to fit you and you like this, I can send this, or I'll just make a different one. Okay, so Patrice says it feels strange listening to a shirt and a computer keyboard. Patrice, stop it. Leave me alone. Go to Google and search StreamYard giveaway. Okay. Now, do I do that on my iPad or just my computer and then follow the prompts on my iPad? Why don't you come up here and do the giveaway with me? You know how to do it. Okay, you guys just talk amongst yourself while I look this up. Okay. Can you guys hear my mower or my neighbor's mowing? Okay, give me a minute, people. Sorry about this. Looking for my phone. Okay, in a new tab. Okay, I'm going to try it now. I'm old and unexperienced, so this may not go well. I might have to come back on and do it a different way. Sorry, I'm sure your camera is shaking. So while I'm struggling through this, but keeping my cool, you guys talk to each other and let us all know what you're working on today. I won't see the comments. Okay. Okay, I think I'm figuring it out. I have to select my broadcast and rhinestone shirt. Let's see. Y'all, I'm sorry about this. Okay. So if this works, I'm typing in the word I want you to put in the comments, and I typed in bling. Now my B is capitalized. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, I guess you can hear me because Patrice said don't worry about being sorry. So my screen's black because I don't have a second camera. Share my screen. Okay, share my screen. I don't know how. So far there's 3 entries and oh my goodness, 4 entries. So Craftable, I am on my iPad and I have a new tab for the giveaway tool and I have the word bling on it with capital B and there's 20 entries so far. And there's the little box with the arrow coming out of it. I think that's isn't that share? Hey, I think, did I find it? I don't know. Okay, so Patrice, can you walk me through how to share the screen on my iPad? If not, I will take a screenshot. First of all, I promise you I'll be honest. It's going to be more exciting if you see it. I'm up to 31 entries. And if I can't figure it out, I will take a screenshot of it. And I'll post that on a community post. Patrice usually shares from her computer. Okay, I'll do that next time. And oh wait, maybe I can. Y'all keep talking, keep blinging or saying the word bling. I'm gonna see if I can get this on my computer. Oh, my code is expired, so I can't add my computer now. That code's expired. So I have 33 entries. And so we're just going to have to do this on the honor system. It says there's 80 people watching. Maybe that's not accurate anymore. I haven't refreshed. I'm probably a lot less than that now because I've been on here a while. Okay, I have 78 watching and it says I have 33 entrants. Now, as you put in the word bling, I think it'll only count it once, but everybody put it in one more time because if it timed out, I want you to be in the drawing. So I'm up to 34. Even if you put it in 35, put it in again if you want to be considered for this. And in 15 seconds, my time, you're a little bit behind. I'm going to go ahead and draw. I think you guys are 2 or 3 seconds behind. 36. Okay, guys, so I think you can still hear me. It looks like you can still hear me. We're going to draw. And so I will let you know. I'm sorry, I'll figure this out before next time. I'll let you know who wins. Here we go. It's down to about 37 you. I'm going to hit draw. And it's flashing through. And I'm going to take a picture of it when it stops. It's still going slowly. Oh, crafting away. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this. And then I will post this picture in my community forum. So there, I have a picture of it. Let me go ahead and close this out. and see if I can find you guys. There you are. Okay. Let me move my camera and I'll talk to you for just a second and then we'll get off of here. Okay, y'all, I'm a little bit off center. Let me fix the camera. And then we are about to get off of here. But Patrice is giving me a hard time for not seeing me and only seeing my computer and my shirt. And if any of you don't know, Patrice is the sweetest bully. Okay, that's a weird angle, but whatever. She is the sweetest bully around, Pressure Patrice, and I love her, and I love how she gives me a hard time for not going live, because I probably wouldn't otherwise. There, look at that blue. That is such a better shot at this bling. So, crafting away, honey. Tell me if you want this shirt, which is a V-neck extra large. This has the sapphire Aurora Borealis with the white HTV glitter, or I'll go through the other options. If you want to go back and look at them before you send me an email, that's fine, or you can tell me now. We have the light cyan. You can't see them great now. The peridot or the peridot. Don't let that lid come off. Okay, we have champagne, aquamarine, and then this is the blue flame, and that's like a mixture of blues and purples and greens. It's gorgeous. I know you can't see it very well. And if you want to wait till after the Baby's Booty show tonight, maybe she's going to show these. Baby's Booty, are you going to show your treasure troves tonight? If she does and you want to wait crafting away, that's fine. Then your other option would be just the crystal AB. And that's what I used on that pink shirt that was in my post from yesterday morning. So let's see, crafting away. Crafting away, I'm way behind in the comments. So let me know in the comments, do you want, or which color you want, if you know, no pressure. And let me know what size. If you would rather just email me, that's fine as well, makingwithmarilyn@gmail.com. And thank you guys so much for being here. It's a really weird angle. I'm so sweaty, and you can tell. But I love y'all for coming. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so crafting away. She wants this exact shirt, so I'll put that in the mail. Email me your address, and I'll send that to you. And the Baby's Booty says, yes, she's going to show the treasure troves tonight. And 40 Acres, hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for telling everybody to hit that like button. I appreciate that. Thanks, Patrice. Love your girl. Appreciate you. Really, really appreciate you so much. Baby's Booty, thank you so, so much for this treasure trove and these AB crystal rhinestones. Let's get one more look at this. And then before I get off the live, does anyone have, wow, man, my head really glows when I hold that up. Does anyone have any questions for Baby's Booty about the buy-in? Any questions for me? Baby's Booty, if you want to drop your link again and people can just click on that now. Hey, Precious 2000, Marilyn. It's okay. You can go back and watch the replay if you want. Or, look, here's what I made. And I gave this away, and Crafting Away got it. Thanks, Uni. I appreciate it. These are just gorgeous rhinestones. I don't know that I'll go back to regular non-AB rhinestones. Okay. We do both. Hers is Making with Marilyn, and mine is The Baby's Booty. Okay, Demps, you emailed me. I'll get it, and I will email that file to you. Thanks, Patrice. I'm glad you love it. And I don't see any questions. So watch The Baby's Booty tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time. There, she put it up. She put her link on there. So go ahead, click on that. Make sure you have your reminder set. And we will see you all tonight at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock if you're in California, and I guess 7 o'clock if you're somewhere in Colorado. All right, love y'all. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for your positivity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'll see y'all later.